Your morning news now. President Trump says he will nominate someone to fill the Supreme Court seat of Ruth Bader Ginsburg by the end of this week. Trump says 4 or 5 candidates are now being vetted, adding that he intends to pick a woman. The White House's short list includes 2 federal appeals court judges, Amy Coney Barrett and Barbara Lagoa. Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he wants the Senate to vote on the nominee before the end of the year. Happening today, the United Nations is holding its first virtual meeting of world leaders. Pre-recorded speeches from some of the planet's biggest powers will play, including President Donald Trump and Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro, leaders of the countries reporting the highest coronavirus death tolls. Leaders will also hear from China, where the virus originated, and Russia, which has raised international concern over the country's rapid vaccine development. Breaking overnight, tropical storm Beta makes landfall on the upper Texas coast. Beta marked winds of 45 miles per hour, according to the U.S. National Hurricane Center. It is the 9th storm to make landfall in the continental U.S. this year. Rainfall from Beta will continue to bring soaking showers to southeast Texas off and on throughout the morning.
Yeah, here's what Beta looks like from above. Latest data, 40-mile-an-hour winds, still moving to the northwest, but about to take that jog to the right or to the east-northeast. 4 to 6 inches of rain, additional rain for some. Parts of Houston, especially just south and west of the city, have already seen about 6 to 8 inches of rain.
Somebody who is going to approach this assessment fairly so that we have a fair and objective analysis.
Wisconsin's Attorney General Josh Kaul says the investigation of the officer-involved shooting of Jacob Blake in Kenosha is in its final stages. Retired Madison Police Chief Noble Ray will review the investigation as an independent expert to help ensure a just outcome in this case. Ray served with the Madison Police Department for 29 years and was chief for the last 9. The DOJ will soon provide the investigative file to Ray, who will then give the district attorney an analysis. Absentee ballots in Wisconsin can now be counted up to 6 days after the election, as long as they are postmarked by November 3rd. The federal ruling yesterday, unless overturned, means that the outcome of the presidential race in Wisconsin will likely not be known for days after polls close. Under current law, you must return your absentee ballot by 8 p.m. on Election Day in order to have it counted.
But it's not going to be early. It will probably be later than typical.
Regardless of the federal ruling, La Crosse may not have election results until well after the polls close. Clerks are still only allowed to begin counting absentee ballots on Election Day. Wisconsin lawmakers have talked about allowing clerks to count some absentee ballots early. That would speed up the process to get more votes counted ahead of the deadline. A quick reminder that the Vote Safe Project Your Vote Counts virtual event happens tonight. State and local leaders will discuss voting safety. The live stream starts at 7 p.m. and you can find it on our News 8 Now Facebook page. Active is relaunching its Remarkable Citizen of the Month campaign. It looks to celebrate the successes and achievements of people with disabilities in our community. Not only the winner will hold the title of being a remarkable citizen, but they'll also receive a $50 scholarship toward an in-person or virtual community class of their choice. Nominations for the award are open to those outside of Active as well. To nominate someone, just head to active.org. A climate action group in our area is raising awareness about global warming. The group, called Extinction Rebellion, met outside of La Crosse's City Hall before marching to Riverside Park. They are calling for net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2025 nationally and 2030 globally. The group also planted a tree in Riverside Park following their demonstration. Signs warning people about the dangers of climbing the bluffs will be making their way onto Grandad Bluff. The signs not only warn climbers, but they also protect the city against liability if a climber were to get hurt. There will also be warnings posted in areas that the city does not want people exploring. High school sports in Minnesota are gearing up to play this fall. The Minnesota State High School League Board of Directors voted 15-3 to begin football and 14-4 to allow volleyball to resume. There will be regular season of 6 games for football and an 11-week season for volleyball.
Well, still some wet spots on the streets and parking lots from the isolated shower earlier this morning. Those are starting to fall apart and shift to our east. Otherwise, temperatures in the 50s to around 60 for most. It's going to be a warm start to astronomical fall with highs today around 81.
We want to thank you for sharing your morning with us. Hope you have a great Tuesday, and we'll look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow morning.